Gehring's lodging tax and where the funds will go was the hot topic issue during Monday night's City Council meeting. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Gehring City leaders have agreed to a set of rules that will guide the future distribution of proceeds from the city's lodging occupation tax fund, which has now reached about $230,000. Under the proposal approved by the City Council Monday night, the Visitors Bureau Board and Executive Director would vet applications with recommendations forwarded to the Council for a final decision. Councilman Michael Gillen explained that in developing the guidelines, a major goal is getting more heads on beds.
Getting people to go back to the hotels in Gehring, which is what's generating the revenue, and to do that through tourism and getting people to stay overnight in our hotels. And so that is a huge consideration in the process, is the merit of how we can get people to stay overnight, and that will be used in that evaluation process.
60% of annual collections would generally be earmarked for city departments, facilities, and venues, while 40% would be available to nonprofits and other organizations in Gehring producing annual events or activities. Funding requests under $10,000 would be considered in May and November, while requests exceeding that dollar amount would be considered in February and August, with applications due 30 days in advance. Well, Kimball police have arrested a Florida man for allegedly stealing more than $10,000 from a 76-year-old Kimball resident. Police say 63-year-old Abraham Espinoza is facing 2 counts of conspiracy, 2 counts of theft by deception, and 2 counts of financial exploitation of a vulnerable adult. Authorities say that after an extensive investigation, it was discovered that Espinoza had stolen more than $10,000 by using false information. The Kimball PD, with the assistance of the State Patrol, Wing Drug Task Force, and Kimball County Sheriff's Office, located Espinoza within city limits and took him into custody. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Welcome back. Nebraskans are invited to hear from Governor Jim Pillen during a 2-day fly-around to central and western Nebraska communities. 6 stops are included in the trip, and during the town hall events, during which the governor will talk about highlights from the 2023 legislative session and take questions from attendees. His 2 closest appearances will be this Thursday at 11:30. He'll be speaking at Chadron State College in the Student Center, and then at 1:30, he'll be in Ogallala at the Driftwood Restaurant on Spruce Street. Other stops include Holdridge, Gothenburg, O'Neill, and Valentine. Well, the UNL Panhandle Research, Extension, and Education Center will host an international cultural festival tomorrow in Scottsbluff. The festival is an opportunity to experience the traditions and performances of countries around the world. The public is invited from 1 to 3 p.m. for a traditional dress show, which will feature students and staffs wearing regalia that represent their country, culture, or tribe. There will be 2 Audience Choice Awards presented, and there will also be a henna booth for hand designs that will be held from 3 to 3:30. And more than 70 years after he was declared missing in action, a Korean War veteran will be honored as his remains are returned to Valentine this week. Private First Class Dale Thompson joined the Army in 1950 at the age of 18 and was declared missing in action that December after his platoon was ambushed at Chosin Reservoir in North Korea. In November of 2022, the military was able to identify some bones as belonging to Thompson, and yesterday those remains were escorted from Omaha to Valentine by VFW and Legion Riders. A funeral with full military honors will then be held Friday morning at Mount Hope Cemetery, with Thompson's remaining family presented with a Purple Heart.
Tri-City Stormwater would like to remind parents and kids that after all the fireworks have gone off, take time to pick up and clean your litter. Without your help, firework packaging and paper can clog our storm drains, and the residual metals and toxic chemicals enter and pollute our waterways. Fireworks are a great way to celebrate our freedom, and with a little help, we can keep our water free of pollution. It's our water, our responsibility.
This isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Fox Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Dappery, a 4-year-old domestic longhair that's been at the Panhandle Humane Society for about 1 month now. When he first came in, his hair was super matted, hence the stylish new haircut. But staff says he's full of purrs to give, laughs to share, and a heart with room for the whole world. His adoption cost is $50, and that includes his neuter, microchipping, and all vaccinations. Plus, whoever adopts Dappery will also receive a $25 Murdoch's gift card to start spoiling him right away.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Let's take a look at your midweek community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens, according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, if you're like me, you've been hearing a lot of fireworks starting to get discharged once the sun goes down. And if you're like me, you worry about your pets freaking out due to the constant loud bangs. We caught up with Lauren Brock this week at the Panhandle Humane Society, who offers up some tips to keep your furry friends as calm as possible during fireworks season.
So you can put them inside, and I always recommend that you put them in a room that's like a bedroom that doesn't have an immediate access to the outside. That way if people are walking in and out of your house, no one's accidentally letting your pets out. If they have to go outside and use the restroom, keep them on a leash. Kind of plan ahead, feed them earlier, take them out earlier, use all the tips that I just gave, like the music and the calming chews. You can also cover any windows so that it's a little darker inside that room to kind of help keep the lights from the fireworks from coming in and startling them that way as well.
Brock also says you can purchase over-the-counter calming chews and calming sprays that can help your dog or cat mellow out when fireworks are being set off. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.